Canada is still a great place to live. And we understand that it's been challenging to understand all of the changes. You know, you hear social media reports, but I would encourage students to work past that noise. Go onto our website, hear from students that are in our programs now, talk to us, we will tell you the real story. I would also tell students that when you look at your programs that you're choosing now, do some research on the career opportunities, because what you'll see very quickly is there's a lot of opportunities in Canada once you get there. And in fact, our community of Barrie is very popular for international students because it's a safe, it's a warm, welcoming place to live. So what I want to say to students is, you know, Canada needs you. Canada needs you and your talent, and we really hope to see you in our program.
Jupiter Media presents
Destination Canada, promoting Canadian education and development of Nepalese diaspora in Canada.
Hello and namaste. Welcome to Destination Canada television show. I'm your regular host Sunil Acharya, and the television program is all about Canadian education, Canadian university profile, and the international students experience. Today we are going to talk about the Georgian College has many courses related to the industry, academia, and the engineering, management, IT. So in this case today we are going to talk about the Georgian College and its career outcomes. We have very special guest from college side who is none other than Stephanie Berry. She is looking after Director for International Education and Development. Let's welcome her to the show. Stephanie, you are welcome on our show.
Thank you.
We are quite happy to having you in this platform so that we can talk lots about the Canadian education system, Georgian College, and other aspect of the like career outcomes as well. First of all, would you please introduce yourself to our television viewer and tell us something about the Nepal event for this time?
Yes, well, my name is Stephanie Berry, the Director of International at Georgian College. So today we're here to celebrate our agents, to say thank you, and support the efforts that they're making to really continue to share Canada as the best place for their students to be. I had the pleasure of being here 2 years ago, and I was overwhelmed by the response of students and agents, and I couldn't be happier to be back here 2 years later, pretty much the same month, to say thank you.
There are lots of changes in Canadian education system and immigration policy as well. So what sort of the information would you like to share to the prospective Nepalese students and their parents, those who are looking Canada for their higher education?
Well, I do want to share that we hear you. We understand that it's been a frustrating year. There's been many changes that we've all had to bear. But what is really interesting about all of these changes is that they truly are creating a more robust sort of education to employment opportunity for students. So if you look at the number of programs that we have in our college, we have excellent programs, over 140 great programs. But now we're really bringing students into a select group of programs, 40 programs that are aligned with labor market. And that actually is a real opportunity for students to focus their studies, to know that they're studying in a field that is related to a labor market shortage in the future, which means that we need them. We need international graduates to contribute to the workforce. So while it has been difficult, we're here to say that these changes will actually have a positive impact on the student's career in Canada.
Especially Destination Canada is always talking about the Canadian education system, career, and the international students experience. So let's have a talk about the successful stories of Nepalese students who are doing very well there in Georgian College.
So I can tell you from 2 years ago to now, we've welcomed well over 100, probably more, Nepalese students into our community, and concentrated a lot in our hospitality programs, but also across business and engineering and health. And what's so interesting is the Nepalese students really stand out as leaders in the college. They're warm and friendly and open, and they've made a home for themselves in Barrie. And people remark all the time, these students are just so eager to learn. And there's such kindness and generosity within the student community, especially when they're making sort of a community for themselves as well. As a lot of Nepalese students have come into Canada and college programming probably in the last, I would say, 3 years. We've seen a big increase. So I can tell you that students have made their mark on Georgian and in our community for sure.
Students are choosing abroad study for their higher education and career outcomes as well. Let's have a talk about the career outcomes. Once the student completed their Georgian college degree, what are the career outcomes there in Canada and outside the Canada as well?
What's really important to know about a college program, it is directly connected to labor market. So all of our programs are created in consultation with the business community, with healthcare, with employers. We actually don't create a single program that doesn't reflect community need. So students that are in those programs are doing co-op, which is a paid internship. They're doing other types of integrated activities like placements, field placements. They do projects with each other, with employers. So there are a lot of opportunities within college programs to begin with, but now under broader categories like science, technology, engineering, we have trades programming, healthcare. These are all areas that are identified as growth in the Canadian workforce in the next decade, where we're going to see many Canadians retiring, and we need more and more graduates, international graduates, Canadian graduates, and certainly people from Nepal that have a variety of skill sets across all of these areas.
Nepalese consultancies are supporting Georgian college from here in local market. So how would you like to complement their efforts?
We understand that not only are we undergoing change in Canada, but agents here, this is their business, this is their life's work to promote education and to promote Canada. And we know that agents have struggled to continue to promote Canada amidst all of these changes. And so we wanted to come here. We came from Canada to host an evening for agents to say thank you. So we want to try to do whatever it is that we can do to help share positive stories about Canada. So some of the things that we're doing tonight, we're going to be announcing some support through scholarships. We're going to be talking about different types of programs that we feel will continue to be popular. We're also going to share a lot of information about the labor market in Canada, because I think students need to hear the real message. Canada is a safe, welcoming, friendly place to be, where there is a lot of opportunity for careers. And we want to help agents share that information with students so their businesses can continue to thrive. We also want to listen to our agents tonight. What can we take back to Canada, to our college community, so that we can help you do your jobs and be successful?
Stephanie, we are at the end of this session. So how would you like to pass your message to the prospective Nepalese students and their parents, those who are thinking about Georgian college?
Well, my message is that Canada is still a great place to live. And we understand that it's been challenging to understand all of the changes. You hear social media reports, but I would encourage students to work past that noise, go onto our website, hear from students that are in our programs now, talk to us, we will tell you the real story. I would also tell students that when you look at your programs that you're choosing now, do some research on the career opportunities, because what you'll see very quickly is there's a lot of opportunities in Canada once you get there. And in fact, our community of Barrie is very popular for international students because it's a safe, it's a warm, welcoming place to live. So what I want to say to students is, Canada needs you. Canada needs you and your talent, and we really hope to see you in our programs.
Thank you so much for your valuable time and thoughts.
Thank you. Thank you for speaking with me.
Thank you so much.
Destination Canada, promoting Canadian education and development of Nepalese diaspora in Canada.